Welcome to SVGTV News for Friday, July 26th, 2024. I am Yvette Boynes with the details. Construction of the Acute Referral Hospital will soon commence as a Taiwan company. Overseas Engineering and Construction Company, OECC, is expected to take over the construction site by the 31st of July 2024. Today, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the government and the company, witnessed by Ambassador of China on Taiwan, Fiona Fan. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves outlined the new features the 135-bed hospital would entail.
Clinic 1, cardiology clinic 1, ophthalmic clinic, that's to deal with your eyes 1, consulting examination rooms 4, sessional specialty clinics 6, dental clinic 1, 14 facilities there for outpatients, 14 sets of clinical, the 14 set of clinical rooms there for out of the 27. I just gave you the specialities. Then to deal with diagnostics, radiology, there is 1 digital x-ray, 1 fluoroscopy, 1 computerized axial tomography, 1 ultrasound, space ultrasound, 1 for mammography, and 1 for dental x-ray making.
It is the hope of the Prime Minister that the modern hospital would be completed in about 3 years' time. Taiwan Ambassador Fiona Fan noted the great relations between SVG and Taiwan, which led to today's signing ceremony.
The collaboration between governments of Republic of China on Taiwan and St. Vincent and the Grenadines showcase the power of unity and what we can attain when we work hand in hand. Infrastructure is a key focus of the relations between our two countries. I hope these hospital constructions can create another shining story following the sound success of the Argyle International Airport, Rapaka Bridge, and the National Library.
The Acute Referral Hospital will be constructed on the northern end of the decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport. Minister of Health and the Environment, St. Clair Jimmy Prince, says he eagerly awaits the new hospital becoming operational, which is expected to better serve the health needs of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Seeing that we have embarked on the modernization and reformation of medical services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines over the years, seeing what we have done with respect to the construction of hospitals, smart hospitals, the health centers, etc. We have been doing so at the level of infrastructure and also at the level of the delivery of services. We've been expanding our offerings, etc., in terms of getting specialities, etc., on board. And now we are at the point where we are going to construct a new hospital at Huddersfield. And this is all part of the continuation of the modernization of the health sector here.
The estimated total cost to construct and equip the modern hospital amounts to approximately $110 million. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves told residents of Union Island on Wednesday's consultation in Kingstown that birth certificates and passports damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl will be replaced free of cost. Also at the consultation, questions were asked about mortgages. The Prime Minister assured the residents that a moratorium will be granted.
Is there any arrangement or any conversation with the financial institutions about our mortgages that we may have?
The answer is yes.
Glad to hear that.
Just like what we did during the time of COVID and the volcanic eruption, to give a moratorium on loans. I will suggest, because there was a broad agreement, but clearly they have to deal with it on a case-by-case basis, and the extent of what they will do depends on your own individual case. But I think you should go and talk to your financial institution.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the issue of the elderly being displaced was a concern raised by residents, which Prime Minister said they have been addressing.
Very valuable to us. And I understand there are a few of them who are here on the mainland. My heart goes out because many of you as young people here, you can adapt, but these seniors are unable to adapt. And I'm asking that we look at them a bit more, locate or identify where they are, and try to make them as comfortable.
Persons we have in guest houses, elderly persons. We have 19.
Wow.
19. I'm very happy you raised the issue of the elderly because we spend a lot of time discussing them too. But today's consultation was called primarily about the students.
Okay.
If they can contact us so that we register them. We have a registry which is open called the National Registry of Persons who are in private homes. We have a registry of those who are in the shelters. And of course, persons leave the shelters and go to private homes.
Former parliamentarian under the St. Vincent Labour Party administration, Offord Morris, was laid to rest today. The body laid in the House of Assembly in Caliacua this morning as members of Parliament paid their last respects to the former representative of the South Central Windward constituency. The church service was held at the Bible Anglican School. Some of the officials paying their respects were the Governor-General Dame Susan Duggan, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, and Opposition Leader Dr. Godwin Friday. Everyone paying tributes shared wonderful memories of the former parliamentarian, echoed by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves.
A political figure made an important contribution as parliamentary representative of South Central Windward and marked himself in the history books by bringing to an end the political career of an icon, Ebenezer Theodore Joshua, and humbling another icon, former Prime Minister at the time, James Mitchell, later Sir James Mitchell.
Morris, who was also a farmer and businessman, died on July 10th, 2024. He was 95 years old. The SVG Meteorological Services is monitoring a disturbance located over the central tropical Atlantic Ocean. As at 2 p.m. today, the Met Services stated that the tropical disturbances is expected to interact with an approaching tropical wave over the next several days. However, models indicate that it has a low chance of cyclone formation as it approaches the Lesser Antilles during the early to middle part of next week. Bradley Alexander of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College is the winner of the Caribbean Natural Resources Earth Day competition. This announcement was made at the campaign awareness closing ceremony on Wednesday. This awareness campaign seeks to inspire environmental stewardship and raise public awareness of the South Coast Marine Conservation Area, SCMCA. It highlights the impacts of climate change, pollution, and human activities on its fragile ecosystems. Alexander, who received US $500 as his prize, said he was inspired to do the mini-documentary as it also enhanced his skills in the field of photography and videography.
Well, I like to say that I'm very interested in photography, videography, and cinematography. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to join the competition. I wanted to further enhance my skills in those areas. My idea behind the video, I didn't want to have a simple video. I wanted it to tell a story. That's why I went with a documentary, because to me, it didn't make sense just putting together pictures about the area and not actually being in the area and involved in the area. So that was my idea behind the video.
The Earth Day video competition was geared towards taking action and raising awareness on the urgent need of conserving the South Coast Marine Conservation Area. Here is a snippet of the winning video.
Huge impact into what these areas are today and what they are going to be tomorrow. The deforestation of mangroves for coastal development has damaged these areas, leaving coastlines vulnerable to erosion and cyclone damage. Many of these areas are also surrounded by densely populated areas like Calico and Villa.
The competition was open to all students enrolled in primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions. A video is making its rounds on social media with what appears to depict the recent homicide in Mackey's Hill. The video, which is approximately 22 seconds long, has raised significant public concern. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, in a press statement, said they are aware of the video and clarified that the video was not released by them. The SVG-TV is urging the public to exercise caution when sharing unverified content on social media. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force said the dissemination of unofficial videos can jeopardize ongoing investigations and affect the integrity of the legal process. A post-mortem examination carried out on the partially decomposed body of Andrew Carlisle Compton of Friendship, Canouan, determined that the cause of death was myocardial infarction or heart attack. The police in a press release said no foul play is suspected. On July 23, 2024, police received a report that the body of Compton, a 57-year-old laborer whose partially decomposed body was discovered in his home in Friendship. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has expressed its condolences to the family and friends of Andrew Carlisle Compton. A 47-year-old laborer of Greggs was found dead at his home on Thursday, July 25, 2024. The deceased, Ben Delpesh, was reportedly discovered by a neighbor who checked on him at around 10 a.m. at his dwelling place, after not seeing him for a few days. The neighbor reportedly found the deceased sitting in a chair at his dwelling place. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force in a press release stated that the district medical officer was called to the scene and pronounced Delpesh dead. Preliminary investigations have determined no signs of foul play. However, the police said a post-mortem examination will be conducted to ascertain the cause of death. Police investigations are ongoing. The police is urging anyone with information that could assist with these and other investigations to come forward. On July 25, 2024, police arrested and charged Kyle Providence, a 22-year-old resident of Otley Hall, with the offenses of illegal firearm and possession of ammunition. According to the investigations, the accused allegedly had in his possession one 9mm pistol without a license issued under the Firearms Act. He was also charged with having in his possession 28 rounds of 9mm ammunition without a license issued under the Firearms Act. The offense was committed on July 25, 2024 in Otley Hall. Providence is expected to appear before the Serious Offences Court to answer the charges.